So I don't know if you know this, but all shows on television have a writer's room. And most of the time there are 10 people, 12, whatever, that write all these television shows, right? Well, I have no writer's room. Nobody writes any of my work. I write it all. Why am I telling you this? I wrote all of these scripts by myself in 2019. What's my point? Work ethic.
All right, go ahead, Tyler Perry. I'm a little disappointed that I didn't see If Loving You Is Wrong on that table, but that's neither here nor there. I really did want to know who that baby belonged to, but it's whatever. Here's my thing. I am a fan of Tyler Perry. I do like what he has been able to do in the last couple of decades. I've been rocking with Tyler Perry since he was bringing Madea to the Eric Crown Theater with his plays. But when I saw this video of him saying that he doesn't have a writer's room, it really all makes sense now. It really all makes sense. Tyler Perry, I love you, but you are choosing quantity over quality, and it shows in your shows, okay? And I say that with love, not hate. I feel like I gotta say that because the minute you say something about somebody, they be like, well, you ain't got that kind of money. You can't tell Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry got a studio. Tyler Perry got money. Tyler Perry. Who are you to say? We can be critical of anybody. Hell, it don't matter how much money they got. You can pull on somebody's coattail because a lot of times that's the very problem is when people have that kind of status and that kind of money, don't nobody want to keep it real with them because they don't want to upset them. They don't want to, to shake the table because of what you might be able to get out of this person. So they don't tell them the truth. Usually it's the people that surrounding this person that a lot of times they just won't tell them the truth. All right. I admire what Tyler Perry has done. The fact that he's been able to work himself up from the stage plays to now having deals all over major networks. He has a movie coming up on Netflix that I'm going to watch. And the fact that he has one of the biggest studios in the world. He probably has the biggest studio in the country right now, and he is putting folks to work. But I know who he not putting to work, and that's some writers. He don't hire writers, and I think that's a little strange. Now, here's the thing about Tyler Perry. There's nothing wrong with having your name attached to your stuff and everything like that, but it's like, are you going to sacrifice the quality of the work over the quantity of it? Because I feel like that's what he's doing. On Wednesday nights, that's kind of Tyler Perry night on BET. He has The Oval and he has Sisters. Now, I tried to watch The Oval for 3 weeks straight, and I was like, I can't, my eyes and my ears can't do this another day. And so I had to bow out. I couldn't do it. But I will say that I still watch Sisters. And I don't know why I watch Sisters. I just kind of do because I think the women are just absolutely gorgeous. I hate the storyline, to be honest with you. Because Tyler I feel like he had a gem in that story and he's squandering it by going the regular route of it's always a down low guy and you don't know if you're gay or not. We trying to figure it out, the cheating boyfriend, just the basic thing he's doing that I just feel like he's kind of wasting this show. He's wasting it. But I did, like last night I watched it, and every time you see a Tyler Perry show is produced, executive produced, written, and directed by Tyler Perry. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I see this, of course, video of him basically with all the stuff on the table, and he's saying that he has no writer's room because he writes everything. And I'm just like, that's a problem. I'm watching Sisters, and now I get why it is playing out the way it's playing out. How is it that you are making a show about 4 black women and you don't have any black women writing for the show? What the hell? No wonder that show is just kind of all over the place, in my opinion. It just is. And I feel like Tyler Perry, in an effort to, again, saturate the market with his name, which, again, it's cool. Tyler Perry can do that. Kudos to Tyler Perry for being able to be a force to be reckoned with. But do you really want your legacy to be that you had a whole lot of crappy ass shows on the air simply because you wouldn't let nobody else in the room to write for you? Simply because you wanted to have all the control over that you wouldn't let other people come in and tweak these shows that could have been better. They could have been better. The Oval is, I don't know. Listen, my grandmama and my mama used to watch all my children. I'd be sitting there on the couch looking at Erica Kane and One Life to Live and General Hospital, all that, okay? I knew all of that because my mama and my grandmama, okay? But I think the Oval is far cheesier than any soap opera I've ever seen. It just is. And now I see that because Tyler Perry is doing all the writing, now it makes sense. And I'm looking forward to the fact that Tyler Perry, he's on Netflix now. He got a Netflix movie coming out, A Fall from Grace. And it has a few people that you probably recognize, and obviously Cicely Tyson. Hannah on the Have and Have Nots, she's playing in this. And I've been seeing the previews, and I've been like, oh, I want to see this. But I'm hoping that it just doesn't fall into that regular, predictable Tyler Perry shit that he does. All right. Again, admiring that he's able to do all of this, but if he is the only one writing on this stuff, I'm a little nervous about it because I'm tired of the predictable stuff that he's doing every time we watch a Tyler Perry production. All right. How many times have you can look back on all of Tyler Perry's movies and it follows the same kind of like plot, right? You have the tragic, broken Black woman that is somehow broken for the most part until some Black Prince Charming comes along and saves the day. You know, and at first it was okay. It was like, okay, I get it. I like it. That's, you know, and then he sprinkles the Christian element in it, right? He got to do that because, of course, he never forgot his core base, which I admire about him. Again, another thing that I love about Tyler Perry is that he remembers where he came from. He remembers that the people that put him on was that after church audience that would come and see his plays. Me being one of them with the Air Crown Theater. We would go watch some Medea plays. You know, he never forgot about that. So he always made sure he sprinkles that somewhere in his shows, which kind of makes them authentically Tyler Perry, right? But at some point, Tyler, you kind of got to move away from the same shit over and over and over. It's so predictable. It's just so predictable. And then to know that you yourself is the only one writing everything. It's like, is that a control thing? Is he just so like, okay, I just want to control every single aspect of this that I don't want anybody else putting their hands in it? I think the work suffers. I think a lot of things suffer. Tyler Perry right now is choosing quantity over quality, and it shows. It just shows. It shows in the production. It shows in the writing. It shows in the fact that I was so disappointed in the last movie that he did with Medea. I knew he was like retiring Medea. Medea was going to be done. And then the fact that was Medea's family funeral. I went to watch that and I thought, this is terrible. And I like Medea, but this is terrible. Okay. And just to know that Tyler Perry is the only one writing. It's like, dude, please get somebody else in there to write for you. And especially if you're going to make stories about Black women, get some Black women in the writing room. Create a writing room, Tyler Perry. You need one. Because right now, the stories are suffering. The actors need more development because they're just not that great when it comes to sisters. Beautiful women, but they could definitely use some more development as actresses. They just need it. There's something. I like this show because it got something. There's something that he could do with this show if he would just get the right folks in the room and take this show in the right direction. Because I just don't know how long they're going to keep the whole Sabrina is dating a guy. Is he gay? Is he not gay? Andy, she's dating a married man. how far they're going to take this storyline. I mean, you know, the other girl with the really bad lace front, the hairdresser, I forgot her name. Karen, I think her name is Karen. So again, you were probably wondering, why are you even watching the show? Because there's something about it. I do think that the show has potential if he would just get the right people in the room. Actually, somebody else in the room. I'm talking about the right people. Shit, get somebody else in the room, Tyler Perry, because your shows are suffering because you're choosing to have more of shows than quality shows. And again, I don't think there's anything wrong with Tyler Perry wanting his name on everything, but don't want to have your name on everything and it's all bullshit or it's all terrible. Okay? And that's coming from somebody, again, that likes Tyler Perry. Remember, you can give somebody a critical eye and love, because it's clear to me that don't nobody want to tell Tyler Perry, hey, or they too afraid to say something to Tyler Perry because what he can possibly do for them. So the people closest to them, they're probably not even talking to him and telling them the truth about his shit. Hell, listen, I don't need anybody to say, well, you ain't gonna never be Tyler Perry. You ain't got his kind of money. Who are you to tell Tyler Perry? Yes, I am, because I'm an audience member and I like Tyler Perry. And it's okay for Tyler Perry to get feedback from the people that actually watch his shows. So to see him make that video almost kind of in a pompous fashion to say that I'm the only writer tells me that Tyler Perry he's not listening to anybody else. He needs to. All right. He needs other writers in the room, especially if you're going to tell certain stories, Tyler Perry. You need black women in that room if you're going to tell stories about black women. Because don't nobody want to keep seeing the same tragic black woman tale, and then some black man come and pick them up every single time. Tyler, stop. Please stop. All right. Anyway, what do you guys think of this and the fact that he is the only writer on his shows? Do you think that Tyler Perry is doing just fine, or do you feel like, you know what, Tyler, you need some more folks in the room because these shows could be better? All right. Anyway, that's all I got to say. That's my rant. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care.